Hi Burford School, I just wanted to say hello and thanks for taking part in UK Parliament Week. It takes place all this week, 1st to the 7th of November, and it's a really good chance just to think about what our democracy means, how our Parliament works, and it's really good to have some great questions from you, so I'll have a go at answering those now, if that's okay. So first of all, so what do I think of the US presidential election? Well, look, it's a really fascinating time, isn't it? I mean, I think it's we've had a time of perhaps more colour, and in some ways more polarisation, I think, than we've seen for a long time. And both candidates obviously arouse strong views, both amongst their supporters and amongst their opponents. I think the point is, from our perspective, is that, from a British perspective, we have to work with whoever the person is who is elected. America is, and always will be, our closest friend and ally, and it's very important that we do that. So it's a very interesting election. It happens at a time of great challenge for the whole world, and it's a time of great polarisation as well. And we've got to just make sure that whoever comes out on top at the end is someone who is a close friend to Britain, as has always been the case before. Right. So excellent question here from 10ETH. So have you ever had to support something that you haven't wanted to? Which is a brilliant question. So I think one of the things about politics is that often you find that you have to compromise. You may want something yourself, and you may want that very much, but sometimes you just have to accept that you can't get everything that you want. So you end up supporting something that perhaps is 70% of what you ideally would ask for, even if it's not 100%. So to that extent, yes, everybody has to compromise. I think that's quite an important lesson for life and politics more generally anyway. One of the good things, actually, incidentally, about our system is the fact that you do get quite a balanced, rounded answer to most solutions in the end, and it's one of the features of the system, in fact, of what we're doing now, which is talking to your MP, having contact with your MP, listening to a wide range of voices, and when you do that, you often find the compromise is the right way forward, and our system is very good at getting a measured compromise that pleases most people at the end of the day. Right. So Sam in 10 CSA has asked me what's my stance on global warming. Well, look, I think everyone accepts now that global warming is one of the greatest challenges of our time. That's where the scientific consensus is. And what we've got to do is make sure that we take steps to limit, combat it. And the government is making huge strides on that. That we've obviously legislated to put net zero into law, first major industrialised country to do that. And we're doing all sorts of things there's the environment bill that is making sure that we leave the environment in a better place than we found it. And from every other perspective, we are looking at ways to make sure, not just that as we grow back from coronavirus, but more generally that everything is greener, everything is cleaner, and everything has the environment and global warming at the centre of it. So it's central to everything that we do now. And I, as a long-term environmentalist and conservationist, wholeheartedly support that. Right, and then another excellent question, which is from TNCSA as well. How long do you plan on being an MP? Well, to a certain extent, of course, that's not something that that is my gift. I serve at the pleasure of the people of Witney and West Oxfordshire. All I'll say is that I'm thoroughly enjoying what I'm doing at the moment. It's an incredible honour to be your representative. I've got a lot more I'd like to do at any rate at the moment. Guys, thank you very much indeed for all your brilliant questions. It's really good to hear from you, and to look forward to seeing you all as soon as we're able to do so. But for now, do get stuck into UK Parliament Week. Hopefully I'll be able to invite you up to the Palace of Westminster before too long. But until then, keep in touch. Any questions, you know where I am.